Vanna, 21, that is the oldest 21 I've ever seen.
My name's Vanna. I'm 21.
White women. During Black Women's People Be Gay Black Women's Month, this is for y'all. Leave your lips alone. Y'all look a fool. Stay away from the balloon lips. Leave it alone. Y'all look a fool. Vanna looks like something that belongs under the sea. Fish gills for lips is crazy during Black Women's People Be Gay Black Women's Month, period.
VBS, I just turned the water on. Big old flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my lip, truck look like brains.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. So you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's People Be Gay Black Women's Month, during Black People Music Black Women's Month. And that's my daily reminder. Have you heard my song Money? Have you downloaded Money? Here's a snippet of Money.
I need that money every day. About my money, no free play. Cash money, we getting that money.
Go ahead and download that. The video drops July 3rd. Okay, let's jump right on in. Not out, but in to Love Island. Okay, so this is post the Jeremiah elimination. I've seen all the online chatter. Like, people are legitimately disappointed by Jeremiah's exit of the show, and people is me. I've seen a lot of people talk about the fact that how unfair it was, and mostly because the person who was his verbal abuser, the person who got to attack him on a daily basis, Miss Houlda, Shoulda, Coulda, Woulda, she's still in the villa. And you know, the hood rats, her clan, her stands, they're sticking by her. And I'm actually convinced that a lot of you, especially those of you like who are in your 20s and you're coming up, I think that so many of you have seen really, really bad examples of women, how women show up in relationships, so much so that you all really think that the way this woman spoke to Jeremiah is okay. Maybe a lot of you all are showing up in your relationships and you're calling your man a bitch and you're calling your man all types of names. And I'm here to tell you that is absolutely not okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. Anyway, let's move on. He's out of the villa. I hope that we get a chance to see what Jeremiah's reaction is when he first gets his phone back. Like, I would love to see what his reaction is to all of this when he first gets his phone back and he sees people's true opinions. And then when he gets to see the episodes for himself, I would love to know, like, what his real-time reaction is to all of this. Wouldn't y'all? I think that would be pay-per-view TV. I'd pay to see that. But anyway, we're in the villa. This is post Jeremiah leaving. So Amaya and Iris are having a chat with the girls, and they're letting the girls know how thankful they are that they're still in the villa. I mean, Iris, she's still kind of new. And Amaya came in as a bombshell too. So they're really thankful that they kept them in the villa. And yeah, how do you guys feel about that? I've seen, different takes on this. We then pan over to Shelly and Ace, who are having a conversation. Shelly is explaining to Ace that their reasoning for sending Hannah home was because they felt like Hannah and Pepe happened really, really quickly. I mean, we saw her spit shine her coochie less than 24 hours after Mr. Beans and Toast, who she was crying over, literally crying in a corner, crying over his photo booth pictures. Less than 24 hours later, she was spit shining her coochie for the Spaniard, okay? So they just felt like what happened with her was just happening very quickly, versus Amaya and Iris, they felt like that Amaya and Iris were giving the game a real chance. And I somewhat agree with Shelly, but also I just feel like they grew deeper connections with Amaya and Iris. Let's just be for real. I didn't really see the girlies really forming a bond with Hannah like that. Now, it was very weird for me to see Ace so focused on, well, why didn't y'all get rid of Amaya? Well, why didn't y'all get rid of Amaya? Well, why didn't y'all get rid of Amaya? It's like, I'm not understanding why you so obsessed. Why you so obsessed with her? I just gotta know. I gotta know. Ace for Columbus, what is your obsession with getting rid of Amaya? Okay? We're just now starting to forget how mean you were to Amaya. Yes, to a certain degree, you were setting up boundaries, but let's just keep it a buck. You were being extremely mean to that girl. That girl moved on. Okay, she's with Austin now. She's no longer your issue. So what is your issue? Why are you holding on to that? Ace, are you on Love Island or are you on Big Brother? Are you on Love Island or are you on Traitors? Are you on Love Island or are you on Survivor? What game are you playing, Ace? Because that shit you pull with Jeremiah, obviously the dumping of Jeremiah is not totally Ace's fault, but we've got to keep it a buck. This is Ace Island. Ace is having his way with these men. Ace is telling the men what to eat, telling the men what to drink, pulling their strings. He's telling them what to do, and they're doing it. They are doing it. Okay? Midget Mike is telling the men what to do, and they are, okay, all-powerful one. They are just doing exactly what Ace is telling them to do. He runs this house. Whose house? Ace's house. C'est la caille thejessiewoo. He's the one calling the shots. Like, you really have to give it to him. But I'm just like, Ace, you know you turning off the rest of us, right? And you're ruining it. You're ruining it for Shelly, Timali, Manushka, Jean-Pierre, Francois, Jean-Baptiste. You're ruining it for her. Because right now, America doesn't like you.
America? Y'all know.
We still love Shelly, but as I'm seeing, like, in the fandom, people are turning against Shelly because of you. Because of you. Then we see the guys talk about it, right? And Taylor, we just felt like Jeremiah was going to do the same thing that he did with Huda, not really exploring anybody else. Taylor, who have you explored? No, we're going to have a real conversation. Taylor, who have you explored? You're barely exploring Olandria. Let's just keep it a buck. Okay? You got Olandria waking up. Woke up this morning with a smile on her face. She in the kitchen making you grits. Olandria's in the kitchen making grits. Grits. What are you making? What are you doing? We haven't seen you put any real effort towards Olandria since Jalen was in the house. Literally. And then outside of that, just keeping a buck, what other girl have we seen Taylor make any connection with? Like, what is your type? What are you doing in the house? It kind of just feels like you're just skating on by. You're just skating on by. You're not really giving the game any real effort. You honestly, when it was between you and Huda, both of y'all should have left. Both of y'all should have left. Austin thanks the guys for, saving him and allowing him to still stay in the house, but I ain't gonna hold you. Austin can go. Mr. Maggot, Mr. I will vote for Donald Trump. He can go. He can go. Because honestly, I don't like the way he's doing to Maya. Like, you need to be thankful. You're not a looker, okay? You ain't cute. Your hairline is crooked. You're dusty. It's not really giving. You and your 1,000 bodies can go. Okay, Mr. Pool Guy? Sierra and Nick have a conversation, right? And Nick was like, listen, what's going on? The other night you came into the bed and I ain't getting no rodeo coochie. How you go from riding me like a rodeo to coming in bed and not even scratching my back? Not rubbing my back to sleep. What's going on? And she was like, listen, I had to make it clear to you that you would miss me if I was gone, okay? I had to make it clear to you because you out here still talking about you trying to be a 7-Eleven type of motherfucker. You want to get your 7-Eleven on. You want to be open 24 hours. Well, I'm closed. Shop is closed. Okay. But he made it clear to her that, no, I'm invested in you. I'm invested in what we have. You know, we are very much on our way to being close. What did y'all think about that? It's cute, but I wanted Nick to say, I'm closed. We're closed off. Because what else do you need? Like, what else do you need? Obviously, Casa Amor is still on the way, but I just feel like when it comes to him and Sierra, like, I've seen enough as a viewer. So I'm not understanding it. If I've seen enough, I'm pretty sure you've experienced enough. So what else do you need? What else do you need here? But anyway, they kiss and make up, and does this mean he gonna get some rodeo coochie tonight? I guess we'll just have to find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And did y'all see how he got a little hard on? He was like, ooh, I got a little excited. And we saw him just a poking. Nick is dangerously horny. Nick is a little freak. Do y'all remember that the milk station? Nick is that's a little freaky frog right there. A freaky ass frog. Nick is a freaky ass frog. We see Amaya in the girls' room, in the beauty room, crying. And in the next room, in the guys' room, we see Pepe and Ace having a conversation. And Pepe repeats what he said earlier to the guys, which was, listen, like, Huda should have went home. You know, like, or I would have rather to see Huda go home, right? But I don't think that Hannah should have went home. And him and Ace agree that Amaya should have been the one sent home. I just feel like, Ace, you have this obsession with getting rid of Amaya that it's just, honestly, it's turning me off. It's very Carrie Hilson. It's turning me off, baby. I need you to let that bone go. Let it go. And then we see Ace move on to Austin, and he's telling Austin, hey, have you told Amaya how you truly feel about her? And let's just keep it a buck. This is not about Ace wanting to make sure that Austin tells Amaya the truth. He wants to get rid of both Austin and Amaya. He wants both of them gone. Okay? We have to remember, too, that this is a game. I sometimes I forget that Love Island is a game, and there is $100,000 on the line, and Ace is going for that $100,000. He does not care who he has to stab on the way to that $100,000. He's going to get rid of whoever he has to get rid of to get to that $100,000. I opened up my eyes today, but I'm still dreaming. Yes, it's the next day. That was a cute little song by Love Island. Some of the songs be just outrageous sometimes, but that was a cute little bop. I like that. TJ comes into the girls' room. He has tea and coffee for Iris, Sierra, Maya. And I'm just like, TJ, do you know that Nick been throwing out the tea you've been giving to Sierra every motherfucking time? Do you know that? Do you know that your efforts are in vain? Parce que I don't understand why you keep bringing her tea. M'pa kompren.
Mwen pa kompren.
I don't know. It just cracks me up. It just cracks me up seeing TJ put so much effort into making tea just for Nick to throw it out. I just think that's funny. And then hearing Iris compare him to Leonardo DiCaprio, at first I'm like, girl, are you Actually, TJ is giving a young Leonardo DiCaprio. Actually, you know, like Leonardo DiCaprio used to look like he was always like fresh out the bed in the morning. Like Leonardo DiCaprio used to always give, I just woke up, it's 4 a.m. type of cute. That's what TJ gives. He gives, I just woke up at 4 a.m. type of cute. That's what he gives. Let me know if you agree. Ace makes Shelly an omelet. He says, it's my first time making an omelet. So what was he making all this time? Pancakes? But he made her an omelet with bell peppers, cheese, bacon. Okay. Step it up. That's what I want to see. Step it the fuck up. Where's the date? I want to see a spontaneous date today. That's what I want to see. We didn't see Taylor bring Olandria anything. Taylor brings Olandria no breakfast. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, Taylor do not like that girl. Sorry. You're not going to convince me of it. Okay, so the villa gets a text and they're having a kissing competition. And did y'all peep Ace getting jealous at Shelly being excited to do the kissing competition? Yes, that's the energy I need from Ace for Columbus. Okay? Yes. We see the islanders start brushing their teeth. I'm like, okay, great. Because I've always wondered, do these people gargle in between all this kissing that they be doing? Like all that spit that they be swapping, do they gargle in between? I see them brushing their teeth, but are they going to get to brush their teeth in between? It's just, that's always been a concern of mine when it comes to Love Island. So Ariana comes in looking amazing. I need to know like all of her outfits. Like I need a lookbook of every outfit that she had because that needs to be my summer lookbook. Like she just looks amazing. But anyway, she comes in. The boys are wearing headphones because for the kissing challenge, they're supposed to be blindfolded with headphones on and they're supposed to, I guess who was the best kisser. As she comes in, she tells the girls to be quiet. This is not a dumping. She holds, up signs for them to read. And basically she announces that it's Casa Amor time and that they get to leave the villa immediately. So the girls are actually going to Casa Amor. They're excited, which means that there's a batch of bombshells coming into the villa immediately. I am excited. Who are y'all looking forward to see act a fool in Casa Amor? I'm going to tell you right now, I want Shelly to act a fool. I want Olandria to act a fool. I want Iris to act a fool too because, she just got with TJ, so no, it's not really that deep yet, so I need her to go in there and act a damn fool, act a donkey, okay? So let me know, drop that in the comments and let me know who you're looking forward to. Also, Sierra too, in a way, I feel like Nick should have sealed the deal. He didn't really seal the deal and say, hey, we're closed off. So fuck it. Sierra, go in there and you and your powdered lips, go in there and act a motherfucking fool too during People Be Gay Black Women's Month, period. So the bombshells come into the villa. And if you've been following me during People Be Gay Black Women's Month, you know enough about me to know who I'm going for.
What's up, y'all? It's Courtney, but you can call me Coco.
That little dark skin little thing, that dark skin tin. Yeah, that's who I'm going for, okay? I'm rooting for her. I want her to act a fool, okay? So anyway, they introduced us to all the girls. I guess Grayson was first. She was cute. She was definitely giving Nick's type, and she said she's going for Nick.
I'm Grayson. I'm 25, and I model for an energy drink company.
Clark, I loved her energy.
I'd rate myself broke my scale out of 10 for obvious reasons.
I loved her energy. I like that she said, I have my eyes on a few of the guys, She wasn't particular about who she was looking for. And she was like, I get what I want. Period. Period, Black Queen. Period. Love to see it. Vanna, 21. That is the oldest 21 I've ever seen.
My name's Vanna. I'm 21. I'm a social media and brand ambassador.
Y'all need to lay up off the African lips. White women, during People Be Gay Black Women's Month, this is for y'all. Leave your lips alone. Y'all look a fool. Stay away from the balloon lips. Leave it alone. Y'all look a fool. Vanna looks like something that belongs under the sea. Okay, she looks like she has gills. Literally. Fish gills for lips is crazy. I don't know why y'all think that shit looks good. It does not. And then the orange spray tan, it's just not good. Sister, you're too young. Vanna, my white sister, my Caucasian sister, you're too young to look this old. You are too young to look this old. It don't look good. Also, I don't like that she's already a social media influencer. Like what I used to really like about Love Island was unknowns. People who are unknown, somebody with 3,000 followers on Instagram, somebody who nobody really knows. That's what I used to look forward to. Not these folks who already have a social media building. Y'all don't need the numbers from these people. Y'all don't need their numbers. So I'm not understanding why casting is getting this lazy. Please let this be the last season where social media influencers are allowed to be part of Love Island. It is annoying. Miss Coco, I just hope that I am ready to defend your honor with my life.
I told you I'm the whole pie, not a slice.
When she said the baddie is here, now let the games begin.
The baddie is here. Now let the show begin.
That's the energy right there. That's the energy right there. Now, ma'am, wearing a wig in Fiji, your wig looks great, but wearing a wig in Fiji weather tells me that you are very fearless and very adventurous, okay? May the odds be in the favor of you in that wig, okay? Baby, this is Fiji. This is not LA, okay? So good luck to you. But I look forward to her making a big splash while she's at Casa Amor. Jaden comes in and she looks cute. I like that she was a corporate investigator. Yes, boo. That means she does her Googles.
I do have the boys in the villa already background checked.
She does her squats and her Googles, point blank period. She was really, really cute to me. So the girls come into the villa, they sit down, and I guess this is their chance now to start kissing the guys. Okay, so let's get into the kissing competitions, right? So Grayson is up first. Her and Pepe's kiss was cool. She was definitely Pepe's type. To me, she gives off Hannah. When she went to kiss Taylor, he jumped back. So it was clear he didn't, I don't know. I think Taylor kept doing this thing where he kept jerking back throughout this challenge. I'm just like, do you know what show you signed up for? Like, why are you so scared to kiss? And like, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But like, was he confused? I don't know. So anyway, the guys rate her. Pepe gave her a 10. TJ gave her a 7. Ace gave her a 6. Taylor gave her a 6.5. Austin gave her a 7.5. Nick gave her a 6. And he realized that he had never kissed this person. Did y'all peep how when Ace would give a score, Taylor would give a very similar score? Like I said, pulling his strings, telling him what to eat, telling him what to drink. Taylor doesn't have a mind of his own. Whatever his daddy Ace tells him to do, that's what he's going to do. Whatever he sees Ace doing, that's what he's going to do. Which reminds me, or which it kind of brought something to the front of my mind, how I've been saying how we have not seen Ace really put forth the effort that he used to put forth for Shelly anymore, right? And remember, when Taylor was doing it for Orlandria, Jalen was in the house, but also Ace was up his ass like, yo, you need to step it up for Orlandria. Now that Taylor doesn't have Ace in his ear and he doesn't see Ace doing anything special for Shelly, he's not doing it either because his daddy's not telling him what to do. Did y'all peep that? Clock it. Clark was up next. My girl did the things. She did the things. Her kiss with Ace was a lot. He actually thought it was Sierra kissing him, which I thought was interesting. But also, I think these Islanders are spending so much time with each other, doing so many kissing challenges that they get to know how each other kisses, I guess. Austin dipped her back. Nick grabbed her ass, which, by the way, Nick did a whole lot of ass grabbing in this challenge. I'm like, okay, in your mind, I thought the men thought that this was with, their regular Islanders. So I'm not understanding why he felt the need to grab so much ass, especially after his talk with Sierra. That was a little off to me. Jaden was next, and TJ's kiss seemed a little uncomfortable. It just looked like most of the girls were not feeling TJ. Or maybe TJ was not feeling them, but it kind of feels like TJ, it takes more to rev him up. I don't think he's just open to just like opening his mouth wide open to just everybody. I think he was trying to fill out who Iris was. I think in his mind, he's looking to see, okay, who's Iris in this challenge? Coco was up next. I love the fact that she just pecked most of the men. She pecked most of the men. She played with their bodies. She kissed their bodies, but she saved all the tongue action for Ace and Taylor. Ace was doing a whole lot of ass grabbing. Ace gave her a 9.6. And then just like his daddy, Taylor had, I'm going to go off Ace. I'm going to give her a 9.8. He doesn't have a mind of his own at all. Nick gave her a 8, even though he was upset that she didn't kiss him, but he felt that the body rubbing and, just her sensuality was really, really good. So he enjoyed that and he gave her an 8. My sister did the thing. I loved how she played this game. Last was Vanna, the oldest 21-year-old I've ever seen. She went full force on Ace. She just pecked Pepe, but she went full force on Ace. He did a whole lot of ass grabbing there. She pecked Taylor. She pecked Austin. She kissed Nick down. Nick gave her 9.5. Did y'all realize how Pepe gave all the girls a 10? I thought that was kind of weird. Like, do you have any standards? Do Spaniards have standards? It was weird. But anyway, I thought the kissing challenge was cool. And now, afterwards, the guys were able to take off their blindfolds. And the guys were shocked because it's not their girls. Their girls are gone. And they are in Casa Amor. Surprise, surprise. All right, so the guys are unblindfolded. Everyone is seeing each other now. And Ariana says that this year, Casa Amor is very different from the previous years, that today, everyone must be coupled up, period. So with this Casa Amor, everybody is starting out single. Everybody is starting out single, and this gives everyone a chance to start fresh with someone new. However, once in Casa Amor, they will be coupled up. Also, everybody will be returning to the villa this year. So that will make things very, very interesting. So now the girls were given an opportunity to choose who they want to be in couples with by going to stand in front of the guy, in the heart of the guy who they wanted to choose. So Jaden picked Austin, Hannah picked Ace, Grayson picked Pepe, and I thought it was so interesting because she looks just like Hannah. Grayson looks just like Hannah. Coco and Clark both picked Taylor. And Nick and TJ were not picked by anybody. Now, there was conversation about the fact that, TJ did give all the girls lower scores when it came to kisses. And honestly, I just feel like, I think TJ is just a little more reserved than the other guys. Now, this is Love Island. And I'm going to tell you the same thing like I told Bella. This is tonsils and tongue island, okay? When you come to Love Island, you got to bring your tongue and your tonsils, okay? If you're not bringing tongue and tonsils, what are you coming to Love Island for? It does, you do risk the chance of not going forward much in the games. Kissing is pretty much the bulk of the identity of the show, is kissing other islanders. Now back to Taylor being able to choose between two women.
Mix of emotions, I ain't gonna lie. It's a good feeling, and at the same time, it's a bad feeling, So I can only choose one.
What are the odds of that? Taylor, who never explores anyone, gets to choose between two women. I thought that was insane. But anyway, he ended up picking Coco, who he actually did rate the highest anyway. And then that left Clark with no one. And then she was able to choose between TJ and Nick. She faked like she was going to choose TJ, but then she ended up choosing Nick. And I've always wanted Nick and Olandria to explore each other. So I guess this is the closest I'm going to get during Black Women's PPP Gay Black Women's Month. This is the closest I'm going to get to Nick and Olandria, to Nick being with a Black women's. I don't know. I just feel like Nick got a little I love Black women's in him. I could tell. I could tell. But anyway, TJ is then put on notice that he has 24 hours to lock in a connection or else he's going to get dumped from the island. TJ is going to get dumped from the island. I don't see TJ building any connection with any of these girls. To be honest, I guess I got to wait and see what happens, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening. So now the guys get to take the ladies to the fire pit and they're getting to know the ladies better. And as some of the ladies talk, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of clear that even though they're in couples, they're still going to be able to explore other connections. When I was hearing Grayson talk, even though she's with Pepe, I feel like she would be so much better off with TJ. I'm wondering if he's peeping that. She had like a Southern accent. She talked about being in Florida. I know his house or one of his family homes is in Tampa. It just feels like they would be more each other's speed. Ace off the rip let the girls know, yeah, he's open to exploring connections, but my connection with Shelly is very strong. Nick said the same thing about Sierra, but he said he still plans on treating Casa Amor as if it's day one in the villa. Pepe and Grayson had a chat and they talked about how they both played sports in college, so they have those things in common with each other. Meanwhile, Ace was talking to Vanna and, she was telling him, I'm from Utah and I definitely fit the Utah stereotype. And apparently the Utah stereotype is very tan, very blonde, and balloon lips. And she definitely fits that. She definitely fits that. And immediately he lets her know, yeah, so anyway, when it comes to connections with me, it's not about looks. It's about the mind. It's about the heart. And I think his foot rubbed against her foot by mistake. And she's like, oh, look at you trying to play footsies with me. He's like, ain't nobody trying to play footsies with you. He let her know off the top, like, this ain't what you looking for. He gave what he gave Amaya, but at a very softer tone. And then in his confessional, he was like, yeah, this is cool and everything, but what the Shelly? What the Shelly? Bring back Shelly, Timali, Manushka, Jean-Pierre, Francois. Bring her back to the villa, because this ain't it. I'm sorry. This ain't it. Nick and Clark had a chat. He ain't feeling her. Austin and Jaden had a chat, and it was pretty cute. They both have tattoos on the inside of their mouths. So I thought, okay, they have things in common, but I'm just wondering if Jaden is looking at other guys. Cause I don't know. Anybody who looks at Austin, I don't know. Maybe some of y'all in the comments could tell me what y'all like about the maggot. Cause maybe it's cause I know he's a maggot, but even outside of him being a maggot, I just don't really see it for him like that. It's just something off about him to me. Taylor and Coco have a conversation, and is it me or this is the first time I'm ever seeing Taylor be googly eyes at someone? Like, I've never even seen him have these googly eyes for Olandria. Like, the way he's looking at Taylor is very googly eyes. They talk about their upbringing and they talk about, what they're looking for. And he's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And she was like, I see myself married. Like, I would love for my husband to land in my lap. I want to be married. And he said, yeah, I'm a very family orientated person. And, he asked her what her last name was, and she said it was Watson. His is Williams. So they both have last names that start with W. And he was like, yeah, Coco Williams sure has a ring to it. And she's like, yes, it does. And then they start doing this little googly eye thing at each other. And they I've never seen him do that with Olandria. Never seen him do that with Olandria. Like, I have been questioning why he's not attracted to Olandria for the longest. And now that I'm seeing him with Coco, maybe it's a personality thing? I don't know. But anyway, now it's time to go to the real Casa Amor with the ladies. All right, so the guys start coming in to Casa Amor to meet the ladies. And I'm sorry, first two guys, I wasn't really impressed. I wasn't impressed until I saw Elon, or is it Elon or let's not say Elon, child. Elon actually looked better to me in his package, whatever that package is when he's introducing himself.
My name is Elon. I'm 24 years old.
He actually looked better to me then. Brian, I really just wasn't impressed.
If you hate me, that's a you problem.
He did say he wanted Dominicana, so I guess he's Dominican too. And he obviously saw Andrina coming to the house, so he makes it clear he's going for the Dominicana, period. The next two guys that came in were Zach and Zach. Zach, the Asian guy from Manchester?
I'm from Manchester, originally from Thailand, and I'm here to try and find my potential wife.
Yes. Immediately, yes. First and foremost, I started to think, well, damn, like, does this show not like Asians? Like, what's going on? What happened to No Asian Hate? Where the Asians at? What did the Asians do to y'all? Why don't we get Asians on this show? So I was really happy to see an Asian walk in. Zach is a very good looking guy. He's from Thailand. Thailand men are very good looking men. The Manchester, the London accent just was a cherry on top. He looks good. He speaks well. I really liked his energy. He came off very fun and bubbly. The other Zach was cute. He is alright. He looked like, he like a everyday white guy to me.
Looks wise, I mean, come on, what's not to like? I'm 6'4".
Then the two black guys come in, and what in the Hercules is going on? What in the Zeus is going on? What in the Greek gods is going on? These men are 6'10", rubbing their hands together like Birdman. What was going on? But anyway, they come in. I think JD is Afro-Latino from Puerto Rico. He was 6'6", I think.
I'm 6'6", tall, dark, handsome, athlete. Ladies love me.
I can't remember what he does. Chris is 6'8", and he's a professional basketball player.
I got an 8-pack. I got a nice smile with a great face. What more can you ask for?
Anyway, the guys start sitting down and talking about what their types are, and all the guys could not stop talking about Andrina. Andrina. All the guys could not stop talking about Andrina whenever she came up. JD did say something interesting to me. He said that he loves calm girls, but he likes fire at the same time. And I was like, okay, here go Huda man right here. Huda's meeting her match. Huda being with a black Puerto Rican, that tracks. That, I feel like that is up her alley. That is definitely up her alley. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, go ahead and just get your man off top. So the girls come in and immediately they start talking to the guys. And I'm just like, this is boring to me. This is boring. Like, I feel like how Casa Amor was introduced in the villa, that was so exciting for the men. I just feel like the girls just immediately walking into these guys, I thought it was boring. I was not impressed. I was not amused. And to be honest, the conversation was boring. I feel like this episode, it was too long. This episode did not need to be an hour and a half long. It was too much. It's a lot happened while nothing happened. And I was bored out of my fucking mind watching this. Anyway, Mr. Manchester was like, hey, so what's all y'all's situation? Huda was the first one to say she's single. Sierra talked about her situation. All the girls ran down their situation. But when Andrina opened her mouth, the way all the men were just... Like, you could see it on these men, just the way they were panting after that girl. It was just like, my God. Ariana comes in. She gives the girlies the same speech that she gave to the men, which is, hey, y'all, just putting y'all on notice. I know some of y'all are coupled up, but I know that y'all are coupled up back in the villa, but y'all ain't in them couples no more. Everybody's single in Casa Amor, period. She gives them the same speech that she gave to the guys. So then she says, it's time for a cheeky game. And is it me or this game was just, after watching the men's game, I feel like this game with the girls, it was boring. I was bored. It was boring. I don't even feel the need to run through everything. It was boring to me. Okay. So the girls got to pop a balloon, and when they popped their balloon, they had to read off what the instructions were, and they acted it out. Okay. Just, I guess for formality, I'm gonna go ahead and run it down, but just know this episode it really bored me out of my fucking mind. I was bored. I was bored out my motherfucking mind. Amaya Papaya is first, and she got to pop her balloon and kiss two islanders who she thought would change her type. She picked Mr. Manchester and she picked Chris. Both kisses were good. It looked like Zach was more passionate. Huda was next. She picked two islanders who she felt were the best kissers. She picked Elin and Brian, and it looked like the Brian kiss was a lot. It was a lot going on. Sierra got to kiss two islanders who she felt looked like players. And to be honest, I feel like she just picked the two guys she really wanted to kiss. She picked Brian and Elin. And to be honest, she just wanted to kiss Elin. Like, it was clear she wanted to kiss Elin. And the kiss with Elin felt like a boyfriend kiss to me. Olandria picked Elin and Chris because they caught her eye first. The Elin kiss was great to me. I'm like, damn, is this the closest I'm ever going to see an Olandria and Nick thing develop? I guess it is. This is the closest I'm ever going to get to that. But then Chris kissed her ass down. She gave them both a 10 out of 10. Shelly kissed two islanders who she felt were her type. She picked Zach, the white Zach, and she picked Chris. And then she picked Chris, who was 6'8". And Chris was in his confessional saying how he was excited about that because from the time he saw Shelly, he hoped that he would be her type. The kiss with Elin was cute, but the kiss with Chris, the way she wrapped her up, like, you could tell Shelly had been missing being with tall men. I think in her regular life, I think that Shelly really, really loves tall men. She's probably like me. I'm 5'2", but baby, if you ain't 6 foot or above, we just not doing it. I'm sorry. I've done it before. I've dated men who were shorter than 6 foot. Don't get me wrong, but I'm so happy my man is 6'2". Yes, Lord. I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Short girls, we just love climbing trees. We love mountain climbing, okay? We just love that. So it was very pleasing to me and my homegirls to watch Shelly climb that mountain. Yes, Lord. Iris picked 2 islanders who she really wanted to know. And so she picked the white Zach and she picked 6'8" Chris. It was clear she wanted to kiss Zach. That was very clear. Andrina picked 2 islanders who she thinks would DM her first. She picked the white Zach and Brian. It was clear she really wanted to kiss Brian. They got that little oye loca, they got that calle ocho thing going on. It was clear that they were feeling each other from the jump. I feel like it's either they really are interested in each other or it's familiarity. Ooh, familiarity, child. My tongue, child. I'm tired. Doing this in between shooting a movie, child. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
I'm tired. Which is why there's a lack of clips, y'all. I was getting hit with copyright strikes, and then I just don't have time to really edit to make sure I don't get copywritten. It's just a lot. But after I'm done with this movie, child, the clips will come back. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. But shout out to y'all who don't mind me not having clips because you already watched the show. Anyway, Andrina's kiss with Brian was steamy, but I just couldn't help but to think, damn, Mr. Manchester only got picked once. And I'm sorry, like, out of all the men there, Zach
Trying to find my potential wife.
was the best looking one. So, is it that y'all are just like unfamiliar with Asians? Y'all not familiar with the Asian persuasion? Like, what's going on? Why didn't nobody pick Zach? He was the best looking one there. He had the best smile. And to me, he had the biggest personality, very friendly, very talkative. I don't know. I felt a way about that. Anyway, it's time for the men to choose who they want to be coupled up with. And honestly, again, as I'm watching this, I'm just like, baby, this did not need to be an hour and a half long. If y'all gonna give me an hour and a half long episode, give me an hour and a half long episode. This episode being an hour and a half long during Black People Be Gay Black Women's Month is very unnecessary. Please don't waste my time. Don't waste my time like that again, Love Island people. If you're going to give me an hour and a half, give me an hour and a half. This episode bored me out of my fucking mind. All right, so Amaya didn't get picked. JD chose Huda. I wasn't surprised by that. Remember, JD said that he likes fiery women. He likes calm but fiery women. Do with that information what you will. I wish him the best. Elin picked Sierra. Not surprised by that. Olandria wasn't picked either. And I didn't like that. I did not like that because them mans was kissing her down. I liked her response though. She's like, listen, a kiss doesn't seal the deal for me. I'm more into, the mind and the personality more than physical anyway. So it's okay that I wasn't picked off of kissing. And which is crazy because Olandria is the best kisser on the planet. Okay? If you're picking based on kissing and you didn't pick Olandria, something's wrong with you. I've never kissed Olandria, but I'm willing to bet both my titties that Olandria is the best kisser in that villa and on this motherfucking planet. Period. Now, she does give Raspusa energy when it's time to kiss. But still, my girl is a good kisser, okay? Okay. Shelly had 6'8" Chris and Mr. Manchester on her heart. And she was like, can I have both? And here go Ariana messy ass. Shelly, is this the first triangle you found yourself in? Now, what you did that for? Ariana, what? This is not Vanderpump Rules, ma'am. Okay? You need to relax. I was happy with Shelly's response, though. She was like, Ariana, please. Please, we're not bringing that into Casa Amor. Thank you so much. Relax. Anyway, she chose Chris over Mr. Manchester, so that had Mr. Manchester be unpicked. White Zach picked Iris. Wasn't shocked by that. Andrina was picked by Brian. I wasn't shocked by that either. But is it me or watching Andrina stand next to Brian was so unpleasing? Like, after seeing her stand next to Jeremiah, I'm sorry, like, Jeremiah has one hell of a face card. I've never really talked about Jeremiah's looks, but Jeremiah has one hell of a face card. And now seeing her stand next to Brian, I was just like, this ain't it. This ain't it. And I don't think Andrina's feeling this either. But maybe I'm wrong. Because she did say, oh my God, we had that thing. None of those men have a face card that's even close to Jeremiah. I would give it to Mr. Manchester, though. I think that man from Thailand is a gorgeous man. I would give it to him. But outside of that, none of those men have the face card that Jeremiah has. So Mr. Manchester is uncoupled and he gets to make a choice and he chooses Olandria. And he said that his reason for choosing Olandria was her answer to, not being picked versus Amaya's. Amaya's answer was, well, I'm a queen and I know my worth. He was just more pleased with Olandria's points about making conversation, getting to know a person, what seals the deal versus kissing and touching and all that physical stuff. So y'all, Amaya is single and she's vulnerable. If she doesn't make a connection within 24 hours, she will get dumped from Casa Amor. And I feel bad for her. I feel like Amaya might not be my favorite, but I do feel bad for her. I do feel like this experience, I think Amaya's going to walk away from this experience thinking that she's a weirdo. And I think that that's going to be attributed to the fact that the guys in the villa made her feel that way. Like the guys in the villa have done a really good job at making her feel like her personality and who she is just not it. And I feel for her because somebody out there is going to love Amaya down. Her personality might not be for everybody, but she's not malicious. She's not disrespectful. We haven't seen her behave the way Houlda, Shoulda, Woulda has been behaving in this, in this experiment. So I just feel like she deserves better. I feel like she's been treated worse than Houlda, who has disrespected everybody and their mama in that villa. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. All right, y'all. So we're back in the villa. It looks like, both the villa and Casa Amor are getting ready for, their evening. And we kind of see chats that are happening with different groups of people. So Taylor is telling the guys in the villa that Coco is Olandria in another person's body. How did y'all feel about that comment? Because I'm like, if that's the case, then why don't we ever see you be googly eyes with Olandria? Like, I was even looking on TikTok and Chloe Bailey had this question.
So is this a safe space? Because if it is, I just want to ask something. You have the Olandria. How are you not all over her? You have been coupled up for how long now? Why are you not all over her? Why are you giving her pecs as if you all are in kindergarten? She has the best body. Her outfit game is, she's gorgeous. How are you not all over her? Am I the only one feeling this way?
So we haven't really seen you be into Olandria, but now Coco is Olandria in a different person's body, and we're seeing just way more chemistry between you and Coco. Make that make sense to me. Shelly's talking to the girls, and she's like, y'all, I done went from a short king to King Kong. Did y'all see how tall that man was? Did y'all see how tall that man was? Okay? Christopher Columbus ain't got nothing. On that mountain I just climbed. Olandria tells the girls that she really, really misses Taylor. And she feels that, she doesn't think that Taylor would cuddle up with Coco. Okay, girl. TJ is trying to do what he got to do so that he's not dumped from the villa. So he pulls Vanna for a chat, right? And did y'all peep how when he asked Vanna how old she was and she said 21, how shocked this man was? Like, he was genuinely shocked at how old this lady looks. But he didn't say that though, but I peeped it. Anyway, their chat was cute or whatever, but I don't know. Olandria and Mr. Manchester had a good chat. And is it me or Olandria sitting next to Mr. Manchester looked really good?
My mom, she's a single mother of 3. So obviously with me, that's crazy. Okay, look at us connecting.
Yeah.
Like, Olandria sitting next to Mr. Thailand, It looked good. It looked good to me. They look like a very attractive couple to me. But anyway, they talked about where they are in life and what they're looking for. Olandria is 27. He's 29. You know, she's looking for something stable. She's looking for something real. He talked about how he loved her personality and how mature she is. And she said that she's actually the oldest of 3. Her mom is a single mom of 3 and she's the oldest. And I was like, oh my God. This is why I love this girl so much. Like, she's the oldest daughter. She's the eldest daughter. She gives eldest daughter. She always has sensible advice for everybody. She's always very considerate of everyone. She always has advice for everyone. She's always a listening ear. If you look at her journey throughout the villa, she's always someone that the girlies and guys go to for advice. And she's not afraid to go and give somebody else her 2 cents on how they should handle a situation. We find out that Mr. Thailand has also been raised by a single mother as well. So they had that in common. I really liked their conversation. And in her confessional, she said she liked their chat too, but she was missing the hell out of Taylor and that she would go sick if this man cheated on her. And I'm just like, I really want Olandria to give Mr. Thailand a real chance. But it just doesn't look like she's going to do that. It kind of gives the same thing she gave Jalen. Shelly and Chris had a conversation and I loved it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I would not mind if Shelly took this man back to the... Well, actually, everybody's going back. So nobody has a choice. But I loved their conversation. Their conversation to me was the best conversation I've seen Shelly have with a man. It was clear that he wanted her. He told her straight up, I want you. I like you and I want you. And I was hoping that you would pick me. They talked about their kiss and how much they both liked their kiss. And she was saying how during their kiss, she was hoping that he would pick her up. And he was like, yeah, I was definitely going to pick you up, boo. I was definitely going to pick you up. Shorty doo-wop, okay? It just was cute to me. Their conversation was cute to me. He talked about what he's looking for in a woman. He's looking for someone kind, someone who's goal-oriented, someone who loves cooking. And she said that one of her passions is cooking for people. And he loved that. She did ask him about like his past relationship. And he said that he plays ball overseas. So the long distance was very hindering to his relationship. But I feel he was very ambiguous about that. Like, I don't know. I'm not looking for you to trash your ex and I'm not looking for you to share too much, but I was looking for more in that response. Does that make sense? Anyway, I love it. Shelly next to Chris, I loved it. I know I've been watching her with Ace all these weeks, but to be honest, I feel like Ace has been breadcrumbing Shelly. I feel like Ace has been breadcrumbing Shelly. I feel like Ace is not really showing up for Shelly in the moments where he really has her. So I feel like he needs something. He needs something to get him up off his toes. And I think that seeing Shelly come back into the villa with a man who's 6'8", I think that that's the best remedy for getting Ace on his feet and waking his ass up. Amaya pulled Mr. Thailand for a chat. And I was surprised at how good this chat was. You know, he asked her what her type was. And she said, you know, usually I'm used to, you know, going for the bad boys. And he was like, you know, I'm not a bad man. I'm no longer a bad man. You know, I left the bad man things in the past. You know, the whole, you know, the London shit that they be talking about, the things and the bad man and all that. I don't know what the fuck be going on. Is it me or the people in London be talking like Jamaicans, but with the London accent? Is it me or they be doing that? Especially the people who are black and the people of color. I feel like they be talking like Jamaicans, but with a London accent. It's so interesting to me. But anyway, they found commonalities in the fact that they both use nicknames for folks. You know, he said that he likes to use darling a lot. And she said that she uses babe a lot and that he doesn't mind that at all. He did say that he has his boundaries. Like, don't take the piss. Don't take a piss. Don't take the piss around me. I do have boundaries, but I'm cool. I'm cool with, you know, the way that you are. And I was happy for her because I'm like, dang, like, I just feel like her experience in this entire season has been people making her feel like she's a weirdo for her personality. So it was nice to see her find commonalities with someone. Now, Amaya Papaya knows she's on the clock. Okay? And she knows if she don't find a connection within 24 hours, she will be getting dumped from the motherfucking island. And she don't want to do that. She don't want to do that, though.
Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that, though.
So she asked that man for a kiss. He was very hesitant about it. Did y'all peep that? He was very hesitant about it. He wanted to be discreet about it, but he did oblige and they did have a kiss. But I liked this. Who do y'all like Mr. Thailand with more? Did y'all like his chat with Olandria more, or did y'all like his chat with Amaya more? I feel like he had commonalities with them both, but I feel like with Amaya, it's more of a sex thing. It's clear that would be more of a sex and fun thing. I feel like with Olandria, that would give more relationship, more getting to know you seriously thing. But I don't know what he's looking for, to be honest. It looks like he's really here to just sway whoever he can sway so that he can make it to the villa. Andrina pulls Brian into a secret room, child. And the way this girl even said, 24 hours ago, I was crying over Jeremiah, but never mind. Damn, it's giving Hannah after Mr. Beans and Toast left. The switch up was so fucking real. And actually, it kind of turned me off. Like, this chat that she had with Brian, it really gave pick me energy. It gave me pick me energy. I felt like anytime Brian said that he liked something, she's like, oh, me too. It just gave that to me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? For instance, when he asked her what her type was and she was like, tattoos, basically describing him, I felt like it gave pick me. When he was like, I don't like to go to dinner all the time. Sometimes I like to stay home and chill. She's like, yeah, me too. I don't like to go out all the time. I like to chill too. It just gave me too. Pick me, please pick me. And it's like, Andrina, girl, he already picked you. All the men in the villa picked you. You don't got to do this. I promise you, sister, you don't got to do this. This man made it clear from the jump. He was looking for Dominicana. He made that very clear, sister. You do not have to do this pick me ass shit that you're doing. They shared a very passionate kiss. And again, it just took me back to her and Jeremiah. Sorry. I don't know. It's not giving genuine to me. It's not giving genuine to me, but again, this is a game. This is the game, and she's playing the game. To me, she's playing the game. Nick is coupled up with Clark, but he has had his eye on Jalen. And to be honest, going back to when folks were picking, like when the girls were picking folks, I was surprised that Jaden didn't pick Nick. I was shocked that she picked Austin. Because, I don't know, I'm just always shocked when anybody picks the pool guy. I'm sorry. Like, Mr. I got 1,000 bodies and up. It's just, nothing about him is appealing to me. Nothing about him is appealing to me. But he does feel like a safe choice to stay in the villa. Because Austin is looking to get chosen too, right? So anyway, Austin sees Jaden and Nick going off for a chat. And he just about loses his mind. He's playing it cool, but he's losing his mind. So they talk and, Nick is a registered nurse. Jaden is an investigator who has type 1 diabetes. It seems like a match made in health heaven to me. They seem like a really, really good match to me. But anyway, Nick let her know that immediately once his blindfolds were off, he locked in on her and he's very, very interested in her. And she said the same thing about him, that she said she had his eyes on him, but she couldn't really tell if the energy was matching hers. So anyway, that maybe explains why she picked Austin and not Nick. But they had a really, really good chat. You could tell they're attracted to each other. I cackled a couple times while they were chatting. This looks like a match to me. This looks like a match to me, or it could simply be Nick playing the game. Who knows at this point? Casa, it's a lot of surprises, a lot of twists and turns, so who knows? But I like them. I like Nick and Jaden together. Obviously, I'm going to be loyal to Sierra, but I like him and Jaden together. And to be honest, she kind of gives Sierra to me, just a little bit with her personality. She's quirky, she's funny. I feel like that's the same thing with Sierra. Drop in the comments, let me know your thoughts on this episode. I thought this episode was boring as fuck. Nothing exciting. You know, if you're introducing Casa Amor, I'm expecting more excitement. And this just wasn't really exciting to me. It wasn't appealing to me and my homegirls. But drop in the comments. Let me know y'all's thoughts on it. And I guess I'll see y'all in the next episode.
VVS, I just turned the water on. Big old flex. Shit you never saw before.